After a brutal loss by the Knicks last night, I thought, all right, I'm going to put on the Yankees tonight and I'm going to fall in love with sports all over again. And after this game, now I hate sports and don't want anything else to do with them ever again. I'm shutting down this channel now. Thank you all. It has been a great ride. Okay, seriously. Tough loss for the Yankees. They blew a 3-run lead in the ninth. Here's why I'm not mad about it. One, the incredible stretch that we've had. The 7 wins in a row that this team has put together. And also, Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes has been marvelous for us this year. If you had told any Yankee fan, hey, Clay Holmes is going to give up his first earned run and blow his first save on May 20th, we all would have taken that. So the fact that it happens now, yeah, I would have loved for it to keep going, but Clay was not going to have a 0.00 ERA. We all would have loved it, but that wasn't reasonable. It wasn't rational. And it happened tonight. He didn't have his best stuff. He did get some help from Gleyber Torres with that. They didn't rule it an error, but it felt like an error to me on the Anthony Volpe. Oh, well, it was considered an error. Excuse me. The Gleyber error there in the top of the ninth on the Luke Raley single. You can make an argument Rizzo should have caught that, but I don't know. It's Gleyber. You're too experienced to be making those kind of boneheaded mistakes. But it is Gleyber, so what do you do? That helped, but it was not a pretty inning for Clay Holmes. The inning started with a ground out to Josh Rojas, and you're thinking, okay. After that, single to Julio Rodriguez, walk to Cal Raleigh, Rarely single / Gleyber era. Mitch Haniger single. That made it 4-3 because on the Gleyber era, Julio Rodriguez scored. And then a walk to Dylan Moore, a sac fly to Dominic Cazone, which I thought for sure was going out of the park. I thought Cazone had hit his second of the night. Fortunately, it died at the track. And then that scored Luke Raley to tie the game. And then Ty France with a single into right. That scored Mitch Haniger. And the Mariners win. The Mariners win. The win streak was going to come to an end some point. You never want to see it end. Just a bummer tonight because it had been, as I said, a real special stretch the Yankees had here. And it just sucks that this is how it ends, how the streak ends. But, what can you do? You're thankful for what Clay Holmes has been able to do this season. You appreciate it, and you just hope he can bounce back tomorrow. And I don't blame Boone. Boone probably thought, like we all did, Clay's going to figure it out. But unfortunately, he never did. And the Yankees will lose this one here. Ruined what was a great night for Alex Verdugo. He's the MVP of the night. 3 hits, 3 RBIs. He gets the RBI double in the first. That came after a hit by a pitch by Anthony Volpe and Aaron Judge's 16th double of the year. That moved Soto to third because Soto got the first on a force out. And then the Verdugo double, that made it a 1-0 game. And then another run. Well, that scored 2 runs, excuse me. That scored Soto and Judge. And then in the 5th inning, after back-to-back singles by Soto and Judge, Verdugo hit another base hit. This one a single in the center. That scored Soto. That made it a 3-0 game. Just a real solid night. Somebody made the comparison, and it's too obvious. Somebody made the comparison I saw on social media today to Nick Swisher in 2009. And yeah, Verdugo is definitely that kind of acquisition for this team. He just brings such a great energy. And it's amazing how pretty much all the Yankees free agent acquisitions so far have worked. It's crazy. I can't think of like one bomb. We got to give credit to Brian Cashman, even though I hate it. I got to give credit to the man. He's really done a fantastic job this year. Speaking of great acquisitions, Stroman, another solid outing from him. That's 8 consecutive quality starts from the Yankees. That might be a record. How about this? The Yankees in the last 8 games, their ERA, I actually tweeted it because I retweeted the stat because I could not believe it and I just had to believe it. I just couldn't. It took me a minute to realize, like, are you kidding me? Katie Sharp tweeted it. Yankee starters have an 0.86 ERA over their last 8 games. That's the lowest starting pitching ERA over any 8-game span by the Yankees since September 1968. September 1968. 56 years. Truly incredible. So, it's just a shame that Stroman's start tonight was wasted. I'm sure he's going to regret giving up that home run in the 8th. The one mistake that Stroman made all night to Dominic Cazone. But he was really good. Just a really solid outing from him. And he continues to be good. And this rotation continues to be great. And yeah, we're going to look back on this game and say we missed a lot of opportunities, even though we did score a lot of runs. And also John Birdie, back-to-back games with an RBI from him. He hit a single in the 8th. That made it 4-1. We thought put the game out of reach. But we're going to look back on this game, and what I think that's going to kill us is we left 9 runners on base. And even though we got 4 hits with runners in scoring position, there were 12 at-bats. So that's going to hurt here. I'm trying to look back at the game at, like, big mistakes that we've made, like chances to really, score more runs. I guess in the bottom of the 4th when we grounded into a double play, runners on second and first, and Birdie grounded into a double play. Same thing happened in the bottom of the fifth. We had Judge at third. We had Verdugo at first, and Stanton grounded into a double play. And then in the seventh inning, after the Verdugo RBI single, this was the Verdugo's third hit of the game, which was the single, bases loaded, and Stanton grounded into a double play, which was a killer. And all three of those killers in retrospect. And we had a chance. And then we also had the John Birdie caught stealing second. We had Volpe get caught stealing second. Just a really rough night for this team. Just too many mistakes, too many stupid moments like that really cost us. And then in the ninth inning, we just go down so easily. Soto did it at the single, but Volpe strike out, Judge strike out, and Verdugo grounds out. That's what kills you here in this game. I'm proud of what this team has accomplished so far this season. I'm very happy with what they've done. They've done a fantastic job all season. And yeah, tonight just one of those bad losses. If you were coming here expecting a rant, I'm sorry, but I really don't have much to complain about right now. The only thing I'm going to complain about, much like after the Guardians loss, in which Cleveland walked us off on a Sunday, I believe, last month, if this leads to the Yankees free falling, like if they get swept by the Mariners and then just go on this free fall and lose the AL East lead, and by the next minute they're 5 games out, then I'm going to start complaining. Then I'm really going to look back on this game as, as this was the worst thing that ever happened. But if you're the Yankees, tough loss tonight. Clay didn't look great. It happens. You ground into a couple double plays. You know what you do? You bounce back. You get on the horse. You got knocked off the horse. Get back on the horse and keep moving. You got another game tomorrow. Rebound in the best way. Put this behind you. Just move on. Tomorrow we got 7 o'clock showing. Yankees Mariners. Game 2 of this series. Clark on the mound. I'm feeling optimistic about it. Feeling good about it. I expect this team. I hope this team is able to put the nightmare of tonight behind us and move forward. That's all you can do if you're a Yankee fan. That's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, like to see, make sure to subscribe down below. I'll be back tomorrow. Yankees Mariners game 2, and I hope it's less painful than whatever the hell we just had to sit through. Take care and God bless.